Sinners and Stardust. I went last weekend and I met the beautiful, infamous LJ Andrews in person for the very first time, and when I tell you that I almost blubbered in front of her, I sure did. I had to go back and meet her for a second time because I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was just in shock that it was finally happening because I have been obsessed with her Broken Kingdom series ever since I picked up the first one, which leads us in. Today I am doing the final book in the Broken Kingdom series review. It is the Western Kingdoms book. It is A Song of Sorrows and Fate, and I just don't even know where to begin. I mean, today, to mark the occasion, I am wearing my Phantom. Those of you that don't know what I'm speaking on, Sinners and Stardust is a dark romance or romantasy book con that was held in Boston. This year was the first ever one that they held, and I really think you guys should check it out because it was by far the best convention I have ever been to, and I've been to a lot in the past 2 years, fandom conventions and book conventions. So this was the most organized, most coordinated I've ever been to, and it was their very first one. And I'm so sad that I'm not going to be able to afford to go next year. I have a lot of other things going on in my life, so next year's just not in the cards for me, but I really hope that you guys do go. I did an entire YouTube video of my experience there. Check that out. It is in the link in my bio, and you'll be able to find it there. So getting started, I don't even know where to begin, but with this one I decided to put a lot of quotes in it because it's the final installment, and you know what, it just speaks volumes about the book itself, and honestly it describes it perfectly without me trying to put it into my own words. So I'm going to open it with a quote from Saga. "We'd lost much, but we loved fiercely, and we knew by now there was nothing we would not do to defend those we loved. We were friends, we were family, and we were free." The final installment of the Broken Kingdom series is here in the Phantom of the Opera, retelling A Song of Sorrows and Fate. After 10 long years of peace, but always the foreboding of war ahead, the fulfilling of the final fated throne is finally here. There is a well-known myth throughout the four kingdoms that revolves around four gifts of fate and the queens who will claim them: choice, devotion, honor, and cunning. That is a quote from the book as well. It's a recap. They have a recap in this book, which is mwah. Calista Ode battles with her own fear of losing her autonomy. She is scared to let go. She's afraid of not being in control. She doesn't want to give in to her fate out of said fright, causing the long stretch of time it has taken her to accept it, hence the 10 years. Little does she know her fate was chosen long ago, and she has been living it over and over again for lifetimes. Now 3 of the 4 fated thrones have been fulfilled, and now the final fate's crown is coming into play. Even still, it took a much needed push from her Phantom to get her to where she needed to be, because time was running out and soon she was going to fade just as her father. If she did not accept me and the soul bond between us, our song would never take flight. Silas. Silas, Wraith, Phantom, or Whisper has been living in the shadows waiting for his song to return to him. The agony of the dark and watching your fated bond go through lifetime after lifetime of guiding and setting these kingdoms on their fated paths brought with it so much anxiety and so much torture, but he's willing to endure it again and again if it means his little rose will come back to him. That is absolutely beautiful. You've passed over a point from which you cannot return. I won't let you go, not now. Our world is about to burn, and I will not watch it take you. Silas. Y'all, the amount of quotes and like snippets from songs from Phantom of the Opera, from Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera, not the original. The Point of No Return, The Music of the Night, and All I Ask of You. I read so many quotes that were taken out of these songs from his Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, with Calista like visiting a cemetery, visiting her parents and saying, I wish you were, I don't know, somehow here again. I was screaming, like, just the amount of snippets and things that she put in here from Phantom. It's not just like another story based on Phantom. It literally has quotes from these songs that I fell in love with at age 7, y'all. After lifetimes of forgetting, Calista is finally faced with the truth of her existence. She sees her voice in the dark for who he truly is. Together they fulfill the final and fourth fated throne. He was the fate I had avoided. That was Calista. A song of sorrows and fate tied us together and kept us apart in the same breath. And I'm going to tell y'all now, that quote holds so much weight because she couldn't understand why they were forced apart, why she couldn't remember. And I mean, she obviously knows why at the end of it, but it still sucks. Like, their love story is such a tragedy. Now, it ends beautifully, but the paths that they had to take, the roads that they had to go down is so intense. It's a slow burn, and they're grateful for it, because if they did not go through this, if they did not live this, the people that they have as family wouldn't exist. Ari and Saga, Elise and Valen, Case and Malin, all of their children, who knows if they would have even been in existence if this never happened. So it was worth it. It was worth it. With this acceptance and the final fate bond united, a war that began long ago is now ready to come to a head. The world shifted and every kingdom is brought together to use their fated gifts to fight the evil that took their land so many turns ago. The gifts of fate together, those twisted paths Silas and I naively created, united a long last to end the battle my father, my mother, our people once gave their whole lives to fight. Lifetimes in the making, victory is finally ours to claim. Calista. The disposable fiend doesn't have a word in the Broken Kingdom's dictionary to describe how truly awful this man is. But he brings the Ever Kingdom to help fight in his battle with the use of his rage-inducing power. This is a segue into the Ever series. I love how LJ inputted a lot of things to bring in the Ever series and the Ever King, the Ever Queen, the Mislead. I love how she did this, because there are things in this book that get you ready for the next series, because even though the Broken Kingdoms are ending, and it's ending beautifully, by the way, but she leads you into the next one. It's such an easy transition, and you see, oh my god, Valen and Elise's daughter with Eric, you get to see their beginning. You see it, and it's like, oh my god. So, it's picture perfect. For that is what we are, the final throne. 4 queens, 4 battles, 4 fates. Calista. And with that, the Broken Kingdoms has come to an end. Heartbreak has never felt this freaking good. This 9-book series crushed me, ripped me apart, placed me in the clouds, and had me crying a mix of happy, sad tears. The way I connected with each story, each character, every fated path will be with me for the rest of my friggin' life. This has become a series I will pull references and quotes from forever. It has joined the list of my favorite of my favorites. I don't think you guys understand what LJ Andrews did to me. I am so connected to this story, to these characters, to their lives, and the entire world that she created. It is crazy, insane. I never thought I could love a book series so much, and I have found so many that I love and characters that are with me, but I really, really think that this series is definitely going to be on that list, where I have my favorite Interview with a Vampire, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Vampire Diaries. I honestly tell you that the Broken Kingdom series is added onto this hand, and it will never be replaced, never come off. It is beautiful. So thank you so much, you beautiful, amazing woman and author, because you have given me something that I will treasure forever. And meeting you was one of the highlights of my life, and I cannot wait to see you again someday. Series ever gets to be a TV series, I'm going for Elise. No joke. That is how much I love this. As a kid, you talk about oh, how I'm gonna be a movie star, TV star, whatever. We're not serious. But when I tell you that if this ever does become real, going for that character, because she resonates with me so much. She's someone that I aspire in, that I look up to, someone that I truly, truly love, and that I would love to play and bring to life, and other people see this woman and feel the same way that I do. And I would love to play her on screen and give that to this audience. I will be Elise for the entire universe to see. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey of the Broken Kingdom series. Most likely see you guys in the Ever series, and I just can't wait to read every single thing that she just puts out there. I will see you in the next one.